Were my parents wrong for doing this? When I was in middle school, so from nursery to at most fifth grade, my parents used to bring me to school. Now, whenever I say this to someone, they would say that, but that's what any good parent should do. Till I tell them that they did not just leave me at the school's gate so I find my way to the classroom, but then they both hold my hands and lead me to the front door of my classroom. Nothing much, some would still say, but this action bothered my school teachers and authorities. And when I say bothered, I mean really bothered. They hated the fact that my parents brought me to the doorstep of my classroom. I remember them casting insinuations about the fact that because I was an only child, my parents were maybe afraid that if they didn't do that, something bad might happen to me. Unfortunately for my parents and I, they always brought me to school late. If school starts at 7 a.m., they would arrive with me at 8:15 a.m., making everyone see them as they held my hands and take me to class. This is because we lived very far from the school, and we also didn't have a car of our own. I guess the teachers saw this lateness as an opportunity to comment on my parents always bringing me to school and to class, because so far the teachers and authorities hadn't said anything to my parents about what my parents were doing. One day, my deputy headmistress saw my parents bringing me late to school as usual, and she stopped us and told my parents who she was and that she would take me to class so they need not worry. They could go to work. My parents trusted her statement and left me with her. The deputy head then took me to my class but didn't make me enter. Instead, she called my class teacher at the time and asked if I was a habitual latecomer, to which the teacher answered yes. With that answer, the deputy head then took me to the front of her office and told me to stand outside in the heat of the sun as punishment for being a habitual latecomer. I was in third grade at the time. I stood in the sun from what I could presume was 8:40 a.m. to about 1:30 p.m. that day. I remember wishing for a whooping with the cane instead of this, and I am still surprised at how my younger self did not cry that day. Around almost 2 p.m., I suppose, because I wasn't wearing a watch, I saw my mother and father walking over to me. I thought was dreaming from dehydration and starvation, but no, they were actually there. My mother said she had forgotten to give me money for lunch that morning and so was coming back to give it to me. And when she went to my class to inquire of me, my friends in class, not my class teacher, told her that I had been punished for coming late to school. This is why she was here now with my dad, to ask the deputy headmistress why she did what she did. The result was a huge argument amongst my mother, father, deputy headmistress, and some teachers and authorities. After the scene, I went home with them but didn't leave the school completely. The next day during assembly, the deputy head made mention of the whole event to the school.